It's at generous odds, though. So is Captain Gulab. They're set for the first event at the Cox Plate start, 2,040 metres. J. King handicap, and they're away in racing. Captain Gulab was the best to jump away, right in the middle of the line. Happy Coast is getting up on its inside. Mansella Handy will stay one off the fence. Poking through was Latin Lava. Roma Point and Kings Creek are 3 and 4 deep, respectively, as they go around that first bend. Latin Lava got onto the heels of Captain Gulab there, and now starts to over-race. And drifting back was Mansella, who was one off the fence, but is now 3 deep. And back on its inside, Jewel Splendour from Joy Ender and Monaro. Happy Coast, the leader, 1,500 to go. Kings Creek now across into second spot. Captain Gulab on its inside, so Kings Creek racing much closer to the speed today. Going forward again was Latin Lava, had difficulty settling back in the field, so it was allowed to stride up and get into second spot. Third, Captain Gulab, and Kings Creek fourth, and Thinking Cap fifth on the inside. Around it, Roma Point, about 2.5 lengths to Mansella. Then Monaro, 1.5 to Jewel Splendour, and Joy Ender last on the inside. 1,100 metres to travel. The leader is Happy Coast, a length in front of Latin Lava. Third, Captain Gulab on the inside of Kings Creek. Thinking Cap fifth, the inside, a half away then to Roma Point. Then Monaro, Mansella in the blue and gold colours third last. Then came Joy Ender and Jewel Splendour, the two fillies at the tail end. Down the side, they've got 800 metres to travel. Happy Coast a length in front of Latin Lava, who's under the whip. Kings Creek is now eased out 3 deep to challenge. He's close enough if good enough. Then Captain Gulab, Thinking Cap away from the rails, and Mansella now starting to give chase. 500 left to go. It's Happy Coast narrowly from Kings Creek, who did travel up to it stylishly. 2 lengths to Captain Gulab. Mansella wider out, and then Thinking Cap as they came to the turn. Kings Creek puts its head in front of Happy Coast. Captain Gulab's a length away and whacking away well. And then came Thinking Cap, and Mansella struggling for the moment from Joy Ender. Kings Creek around the turn, led by a length to Captain Gulab. Thinking Cap, and then came Mansella. It's Kings Creek into the straight, a length in front. Captain Gulab still coming on the outside, though. It's Kings Creek and Captain Gulab. Captain Gulab going home the better. Captain Gulab wins a good effort, beat Kings Creek. 3 lengths away third, Thinking Cap. Then Joy Ender, Mansella, a long gap Happy Coast. And then came Jewel Splendour, who never came into the race. Latin Lava weakened out of it. And then Monaro. And at the tail end was Roma Point. Number 2, Captain Gulab, Narooma gave it the run of the race. And although Kings Creek looked to have it covered around the home turn, Captain Gulab really ran out the distance strongly and pulled away in the last little bit. And third place to number 5, and that is Thinking Cap, who never really got close enough to be a serious threat, but was able to fight off Mansella, who didn't do a real lot. Number 2, the winner, Captain Gulab, is by Pirate Army out of Gulab, owned by the Hancock's Bloodstock Pirate Syndicate, managed by Shelley Hancock's, trained by Greg Urell and ridden by Narooma, who really did give it the run of the race. Every chance, Kings Creek, travel like a winner in the run, Matthew Gatt, and 5 third, Thinking Cap, Brian Johns. Not far away, Mansella 4th, and Joy Ender, who came from second last. Winner at generous
months brings the filly in, and we're all set. Lights are ablaze. Racing, jumped in a good line, although She's Heaven Sent was a shade tardy to go, but she's going to burn up on the inside with Long Nose and Imposing Waltz wide out to share the front. Planiceps was out of the gates quickly, settling 4th from the stablemate Hadlesburg 5th. Very wide out on the track is Car Fickle. They were followed behind those by No Limit, Kieran Lady well back, and Eyes of Laughter a long last at the 800 metres mark. She's Heaven Sent in front of Imposing Waltz, who's testing the leader. 2 lengths away, Planiceps. They were followed behind those by Long Nose, Fickle, No Luck, 5th and 3 wide. Hadlesburg on the fence from No Limit, Kieran Lady a mile back and deep, and Eyes of Laughter last of all. Homeward bound at the 500 pole, and the front runner is the former Kiwi. She's Heaven Sent in front of Imposing Waltz with Long Nose 2 lengths away. Planiceps comes around, backs running on from Hadlesburg, Fickle under pressure, and then came No Limit and Kieran Lady from Eyes of Laughter on top of the rise. She's Heaven Sent in front with Planiceps coming out after it. 2 lengths away, Hadlesburg, and running on pretty well as No Limit. She's Heaven Sent in front. Planiceps at the moment flat to the boards at the 100 mark, trying to bridge the gap. She's Heaven Sent wanted to whoosh the tail. She resented the whip, but she's in front of Planiceps, and She's Heaven Sent too good. 1 length to Planiceps, 2 lengths to No Limit. Fickle a good run after covering ground from Hadlesburg, Eyes of Laughter. Imposing Waltz, Kieran Lady, and Long Nose a long last. Didn't appreciate the bat 1 iota. She's Heaven Sent, and Craig Carmody awake up to that fact. He popped it away at about the 100 pole. Planiceps loomed up, but she just couldn't peg back this little New Zealand filly by Centane out of Angel's Wings, trained by Guy Walter. and she's been too good. You'll notice just there, she flicks the tail. She wasn't too happy with being hit hard with the persuader, so Craig sets down hands and heels and he pushes hard, and there were no dangers. She's 7 cent has been too good.
Thank you.
Narooma Cup Day. Sponsored by West Oil Petroleum, Class 4 handicap 14.25, and they're racing Carbonite, very slow out, and Chatoa also was a shade slow to go, and Dionysus won the jump taken on by Man of Harlech. Noble L is hunting up 3 wide, and it ensures the pace on Wobbly Boot, trapped little wide, and Chatoa was pushing up between them. A gap away came Regal Sunai from Carbonite and Shadows of Silver at the tail. Pace was very good as they make the run on the corner now at the 1,000-metre mark. Man of Harlech in front, although Noble L 3 deep is going up as Chatoa was between them, and that forced Noble L 3 wide, and he's had to work hard past the 900. Dionysus with the run of the race, and then 1 length away to Wobbly Boot, 2 to Carbonite, Regal Sunai on his inside, and 4 to Shadows of Silver. In a fast run race, Noble L has finally worked his way to the front, but he spent a bit of petrol doing so. He's about 1.5 lengths clear at the 600 on Man of Harlech. Chatoa a 1/2 length away the outside, and Dionysus is now working to it, pushing between horses. 2 lengths away Wobbly Boot, who start to lose a little bit of ground at that stage, the favourite. Carbonite worked up on his outside, a gap Regal Sunai and Shadows of Silver. Into the straight now, they've got 350 to go, and Noble L's just in front. Dionysus on the outside, immediately put the pressure on, went straight to the lead. Dionysus, he's drawn more than 1 length clear. Noble L, Man of Harlech, Carbonite, Wobbly Boot the favourite can't win, and Dionysus shot clear coming to the 100. Dionysus has opened up, he's more than 2 on Carbonite, Man of Harlech and Noble L, and then Wobbly Boot, but Dionysus scores a strong win in the first. Noble L boxed on strongly to hold second. Man of Harlech probably third, just in front of Wobbly Boot. Then came Regal Sunai, Carbonite, Shadows of Silver, and Chatoa's at the tail.
2, 1 and 8. That was Dionysus too good over 1 Noble L and 8 Man of Harlech.
Performing pretty well just behind the place getters of late. All set, and they're on their way now. One of the first to jump away, Sizzling Sam out wide, Lord Eminence, and poking through Batesford towards the centre of the track. Beauty was up there in the early part as well with Cammy's Boy. So there's 6 of them, though, up in the search for the leading division. Just behind them, Night Quest and Shane's Castle, the rails. Our Triumph is wide at the moment from Celtic King, Jayantha, and Osborne Well now drifting back to the tail into the field. Still a line of about 4. Over on the inside, it's Lord Eminence. Cammy's Boy's about to get around it, though, and take over. Batesford will end up on the outside of Cammy's Boy, and Beauty right there, but at the moment is travelling 3 deep. Lord Eminence is down on the inside of Tintern Abbey, who's one off the fence 5th. A length away, Sizzling Sam, who's racing 3 deep. Night Quest in the centre, Shane's Castle on the rails. 2 lengths to Our Triumph on the outside of Celtic King, and then Jayantha, and last is Osborne Well. They have 2,100 metres to travel, and the leader is Cammy's Boy. Beauty now up outside of it second. 3rd, Lord Eminence. 4th, Batesford. And now Tintern Abbey makes a move. It's 3 wide. Sizzling Sam at the moment is following it, but it's caught out there 3 deep, Sizzling Sam, as Tintern Abbey's about to roll to the lead. So Tintern Abbey takes over with a lap to go. Sizzling Sam, who's been wide for the first half a lap of the race, is now up outside of the leader. And 3rd, the inside Cammy's Boy. In 4th spot, Beauty. Then Lord Eminence down on the rails. In 6th position was Batesford. 2 lengths away, Night Quest. Then Shane's Castle in the black and yellow colours on the inside from Celtic King. Out 3 deep now was Out Triumph. Second last is Jayantha and Osborne Well at the rear. 1,500 metres to travel, and Tintern Abbey allowed to roll along in front now and leads 2 lengths to Sizzling Sam. Beauty running 3rd, Lord Eminence 4th on the inside, Batesford 5th, and then came in 6th position, Cammy's Boy in 5th position on the inside, leaving the rails Lord Eminence, and then Shane's Castle, Night Quest, Out Triumph outside Celtic King, and then Jayantha and Osborne Well last, but only 8 lengths off the lead. They have completed 1 lap, and with 1,100 metres to travel now, the leader Tintern Abbey by a length, Beauty second, on the inside 3rd, Sizzling Sam. Then came Night Quest, who's now out 3 wide, but allowed to creep up a bit closer. From Batesford and then Cammy's Boy, Out Triumph 3 deep, and then Lord Eminence. Shane's Castle buried away on the rails from Celtic King, Osborne Well very deep, and Jayantha back last, but they're well bunched. Heading down the side of the track, 800 metres to go, and it's Tintern Abbey now joined by Night Quest, and they kick 2 lengths in front of Sizzling Sam and Beauty as Night Quest took a clear lead now. Wide out Triumph giving chase. Further out Celtic King, Osborne Osborne Wells made a run from the rear, giving ground Sizzling Sam. Cammy's Boy getting up on the inside, then Beauty struggling. Shane's Castle trying to get a run up on the inside. Coming to the home turn, Celtic King quickly went up on the outside of Night Quest. Osborne Wells still there, then Lord Eminence. Cammy's Boy, Shane's Castle blocked. Tintin Abbey dropping out of it, but Celtic King gets clear coming to the turn. A length in front of Night Quest. In third spot, Osborne Well, then Lord Eminence, and Cammy's Boy from Shane's Castle, but Celtic King goes for home now for Spiteri. Race 3 lengths in front of Night Quest. Shane's Castle making up good late ground out wide, but Celtic King's well clear. Shane's Castle a bit unlucky, really jumping out of the ground late, but Celtic King was eased down. Beats the second horse by a length and a half. Shane's Castle second, 3 away third Night Quest. They were followed home by Lord Eminence, Cammy's Boy, Osborne Well, then Sizzling Sam, or long gap to the others, including Our Triumph. Tintin Abbey pulled up very quickly, Beauty and Jay Anther.
Alan Spiteri there on number 1 over 4 and 7 at Moonee Valley Race 2. Let's have a look at Eagle Farm for race number 1. It's due in 6. Barolo is $5.30.
Money here for Gracewick. Widely drawn, will have to go forward from the gate. Racing, Gracewick fairly away from wide out. Solano and Long Meadows came out of the gate very quickly. Gracewick is third, but very deep from moving through the field is Smash Indeed. Dragons return next. Solano on the fence from Fleur de Plume. Valonia getting back. My Alla Red's a minute back, third last. 2 lengths to Charity Spring and 3 lengths to Prince Henry. The speed right on. Gracewick 3 wide leads the way from Incorrigible. On the fence pushing through is Smash Indeed. Long Meadows next. Dragons return 5th. 2 lengths Fleur de Plume. Solano the fence. My Alla Red 5 off the lead deep and running on from Valonia. Then Charity Spring a minute back with Prince Henry on top of the rise. Chances galore. Dragons return 4 out. The Greys hit the front. Long Meadows after him and My Alla Red is starting to sweep down the centre. Valonia from a mile back and Solano's cutting back to the inside. Dragons return in front of My Alla Red. Dragons return in front. My Alla Red is pecking him up with every stride. He's coming home the better. My Alla Red hit the lead near the line and My Alla Red wins the money from Dragons return. Solano third from Charity Spring and Valonia wide out. Incorrigible close up, then Long Meadows, Fleur de Plume, Smash Indeed. Gracewick after being deep and having a tough run was second last, and Prince Henry trailed them in.
Brian Carter there on the favourite. The top weight number 1, My Alla Red, 1, 9 and 10 at Randwick on race number 2. Gawler for race number 2. And Lust for Power at $4.10. Summertime Filu at $2.80 is the favourite. For the Colin Hayes stable, this 4-year-old gelding.
Favourite starter has the button. He lets them go, and it's a beautiful line too, and Volcanic Affair is showing good speed, and Ace Diver, the favourite, is driving up with Cantor's Night and Luna Warra on the fence, so it's a fair charge for the early lead. Kaiser Special dropped in behind them with Dapto Dolly on its inside and Double Up Shirls there on their outer, followed by the first starter, I've Got Music, and Peaceful Scenery drop back to the tail. Still a charge with about 4 of them going for this lead, and Ace Diver's worked hard on the outside. Cantor's Night in the centre, Luna Warra holds down the fence. Volcanic Affairs out 4 deep on the outside of the leaders when they turned. Dapto Dolly's looking to push up on the inside. Now Double Up Shirls into the clear, and then Kaiser Special. Luna Warra still in front, but Ace Diver getting on level terms, and here's Double Up Shirl down the outside. Double Up Shirl ranged up quickly, went to the lead. She pulled a couple of lengths clear. Kaiser Special's getting home late. Double Up Shirl in front. Here's Kaiser Special. Kaiser Special doing the better work close to home and got up to score. Kaiser Special got up to beat Double Up Shirl. Now Dapto Dolly might have got through to get third. They were followed in by I've Got Music and Dark Slew, Luna Warra. I've Got Music. Ace Diver, the favourite. He knocked up the final stages. Cantor's Night. Well out of it, Peaceful Scenery and Volcanic Affair.
Nice odds there for the 9, Kaiser Special, over 4, Double Up Shill and 5, Dapto Dolly. Looking at Auckland now for the first, behind the barrier here, and Can See holds favouritism. $3.80 the 4, with Cullen moving out to $4.60. 7 Catamarca for $4.70. Country Rose $9.40. Divvy's Gawler 1, 2 and 5.
Railway, the very first, the world's first Group 1 event of the new millennium. Racing in the Railway. O'Malley's Boy came out quickly on the inside. Cullen goes with it in. Pins is the next one. There's Bearall and Catamarca streaking up on the outside. And then behind them is Crooked Stick. Then followed O'Malley's Boy. Rise above the next one. Then Country Rose. They're followed round then by Vain Anna. Then followed a length and a half. Can See got back from Star of Gold. And last is Joe Hero. 800 metres to go. And the leader now, Pins took it a half length now from Maduri Dixit. Bearall on the outside. Cullen trails these. A length and a half. Crooked Stick. Catamarca back today. Then O'Malley's Boy on the inside of Vain Anna. Rise above the next one. 2 back to Country Rose. Star of Gold the next one. Then Joe Hero and Can See last, and 10 off the pace. Around the turn they come. Pins is going to lead them in the railway. 2 clear from Maduri Dixon, and Cullen now making a bid, and out wider is Bearall. 350 to go. Pins now. Cullen has loomed to the lead and takes over. O'Malley's Boys coming home strongly. Crooked Stick late with Bearall and Vain Anna, but it's Cullen in front for the Australian rider. He's clear. He's 2 lengths, but coming quickly. O'Malley's Boy. Look at Can See right along the inside, but it's still Cullen in front. Can See coming 2 to 1 along the inside, going to the post. Star of Gold as well. Can See, I think's won it just from photos. Cullen, Star of Gold.
Good speed, and also Divine Hope and Style Setter. So a good charge in the early part of the race. It's Divine Hope getting up on the inside of Style Setter. Katango's 3 deep, and then on the inside was Love of Georgia 4th. Next to Class Act, a length away, Liberty's out 3 wide. Speedway Girl 3rd last, and then came Dancing Reality. 2 lengths to Hula's Treasure at the tail end. Along the side they go, 700 to run, and the leader Divine Hope, a half a length to Style Setter. A length away, Katango 3 deep. Next on the inside, Love of Georgia. Between runners are Class Act and Liberty 3 wide. 2 lengths to Speedway Girl, and then came Dancing Reality, and last is Hula's Treasure. About 400 left to travel. Divine Hope just in front of Style Setter. Asked for an effort now. Katango still there out 3 deep, and then came a Class Act trying to get out as they round the turn. Divine Hope in front of Katango, Style Setter, then a Class Act into the straight. Divine Hope a length in front. Style Setter, a Class Act. Katango the centre of the track. Divine Hope in front, coming out after it on the outside, a Class Act, and now Hula's Treasure right down the outside. A Class Act hit the lead from Hula's Treasure, and a Class Act wins it, pulling away by half a length to Hula's Treasure. Divine Hope 3rd, Dancing Reality made ground from the back. Next home was Love of Georgia, then Style Setter, Speedway Girl, Levity and Katango, who sat wide, weakened out of it. Well, the 3 favourites all in a line have obviously gone too quickly, because those with the cover have been able to sprint home over the top of them. And it was a Class Act number 4, Aaron Spiteri, who was able to reel them in. Hula's Treasure coming from a clear last at about the 500, but also appreciating the solid tempo, has been able to get into 2nd spot, and Divine Hope, who had the rails, and it's weakened into 3rd spot. Now, Katango dropped out. Style Setter was noticeably under pressure well before the home turn, and making ground, Dancing Reality will get into 4th spot.
4, 12 and 2, that's a double for Alan Spiteri today. From the Vassal Stable, race number 3. 4, 12 and 2.
Rompers, the favourite, will get back. They're off. Opera Dancer is shade slow to go. Black Sari and Subway drop back shortly after the kick. Lovely Doreen hunting for the front. Tsunami came out of the gate very quickly. It's going forward, and Star Billing was wide. Not too far away is Vintage Power. Courthouse Lane in between runners as they get fully into stride. There was plenty of pressure on in the early stages, and In Search was up there too. 2 lengths to Onslow Place. Rompers well back. Opera Dancer, Subway and Black Sari the last one. They've hit the 1,000-metre pole, and the pace right on. Tsunami led by a half, 3/4 on Star Billing. Lovely Doreen 1 away from Great Vintage, or Vintage Power I should say, the fence. 2 lengths to In Search, Courthouse Lane. Onslow Place worse than centre field. 2 lengths to the favourite Rompers, back about 8 lengths off the lead on the inside of Opera Dancer. 5 lengths Subway and 3 lengths Black Surrey. Past the 800 metres mark, Tsunami in front. Lovely Doreen popped off the rail. It moved up to be 2nd, shunting Star Billing 3 wide. 2 lengths Vintage Power. It's had a perfect run, camped on the fence. Outside of it, In Search. Onslow Place about to switch deep to start a run from Courthouse Lane. Opera Dancer, Rompers strung up in traffic, needing a run as they turn the bend from Black Surrey and Subway. They're homeward bound, 400 to go. Tsunami in front. Lovely Doreen flat out is coming after it on the outside. 2 lengths to In Search, Onslow Place, and Rompers is extricated to the extreme outside and running home reasonably. They've hit the 200. Tsunami, Lovely Doreen together. Here's Onslow Place, and Rompers starting to scream down the centre of the track. Rompers after Onslow Place from Tsunami and Lovely Doreen. Rompers Rompers spear to the front, 50 out, drew clear from Onslow Place, and Rompers has come from a mile back to win from Onslow Place and Tsunami. Opera Dancer wide out from Making Ground, Vintage Power, Lovely Doreen in search. Well back Courthouse Lane, they were followed by Black Sari, Star Billing, and Subway was last home.
6 Rompers, just too good there, the favourite at Randwick on race number 3 for Larry Cassidy and John Hawkes. 6, 3 and 5. Coming to the line there, Larry, in the cerise colours. Ballarat for race number 1. Debatable is 860.
And we are ready to run in the third of maiden here on the Narooma Cup Day at Moruya. And they're racing. Mr. Gildy away quick on the inside. Jude stood there, missed it by about 2 lengths, and Pindari Duplo was slow away. Hillock is showing good speed, and it's search for the early lead with Terse Man up on its outside. There's St. Sayans and Whitney coming across from the outside alley, but he's trapped 3 deep on the outside of the leaders when they go into that first corner. Choosey's 4 deep up on his outside. Mr. Gildy got the sit back on them. Natural Flair's got a nice posse 5th, 1 off the fence when they settle down. 2 lengths away is Royal Reserve and King Nada, followed by River Shines and Jude Making Ground when they settle down. Smoky makes his back second last, and Pintari Duplo a dozen lengths or so from the leaders at the tail. Hillock is the pilot. St. Sayans is tight on its outside. They're about 2 lengths on Tuesday, and Terse Man ridden along. Natural Flair is easing wide as they turned. They were followed by Mr. Gildy and Royal Reserve, King Nevada and Jude. Into the straight now to the 300, and Hillock just in front. St. Sayans just about on level terms now, and Tuesday's running a bit of a race. Natural Flair is starting to wind up late. St. Sayans driven to the lead. Hillock is fighting back though. Hillock refuses to give in. St. Sayans is just about there, and Tuesday late. Hillock and St. Sayans. St. Sayans doing a little bit the better. Hillock fights back, and Hillock on. Tuesday dived at them. Tuesday possibly in the last stride from Hillock or St. Sayans, but it's a 3-way go and nothing in it. Close up Natural Flair, Mr. Gildy, Smoky Mokes, Jude, Royal Reserve, Terse Man. Next in Pintari Duplo, River Shines, and King Nevada, one of the last over the line. 3-way go, nothing in it between the 3 of them. And Tuesday has got the bob in right on the outside, right on the line. Tuesday has made a big dive. Just when I thought Hillock was going to hang on, he fought off St. Sayans for the entire straight. Then Tuesday has made the lunge on the outside late. I'm just having a look at this slow motion replay, and I think Tuesday will get this. It does look, looking at that slow motion replay, as though Tuesday has got there in the last stride, number 9, but the judge will sort them out.
Yes, we'll leave that up to the judges. Thanks, Chris. Photo there at Moruya. Auckland for race number 2. 1 Aerosmith at $3.60, holding favouritism. 7 Hero $4.90, 8 Rebel $5.40, 3 Melora $6.50, 12 Integrate at $8.40, Surface at $10. The next scene on screen is Moonee Valley for race number 4. The Decorator is holding favouritism at $3.20. 6 Chart.
They're all in and they're all set to go. Dandy Dancer had a flick at the gate, settled racing. In the JRA, one of the first out, Dandy Dancer. Hero goes with it. They're going to have the tussle for the lead. Pace Invader, the next one out. Right behind these now, Aerosmith as they work up the rise. Melora on the rails with one out, Batavian. Right there, Del Coronado as well. Linked back then behind them, Rebel now, followed out then by Pace Invader. 2 to Full Noise, and back Surface last, and just ahead of it Integrate out by the 1600 metres, and Dandy Dancer made the lead. 1.5 lengths. Hero trying to drop in second. 2.5 back. Beautiful run to Aerosmith. 1.5 lengths behind these. Del Coronado trying to go forward from Batavian. 2 to Melora. Single file. Pace Invader, Rebel, then Integrate, then Full Noise, and last is Surface. On the far side, a good rate, and the leader is Dandy Dancer. 3 parts of a length. Hero pulling a little hard. Right there, Del Coronado. Aerosmith one off the rail from Batavian, dropping in behind it. Then 2 to Melora. Pace Invader, the next one from then Rebel. 2 to Integrate. Full Noise, and Surface is still last at about 10 off the pace. Up the rise they go, going to the 1,000 metres, and Dow Hero swept round to take over. Dropping in Dandy Dancer, about a half to Del Coronado. Tactics here. Aerosmith still sitting 4th. 1.5 Batavian, then Melora is next. Then followed Pace Invader, Rebel. 1.5 lengths back behind these. Then is Integrate trying to go forward from Full Noise, and Surface is last of all, and Hero now. Daring Tactics is going to steal a march. He pulled early, but his brake put a break of 6 to 8 lengths as he comes to the turn. And in second place, Del Coronado moving forward. Aerosmith Smith quickly from on the inside. Dandy Dancer tiring from Moruya, but he's still got a decent break on the turn. Hero he is, and he's got 6 lengths now. Aerosmith the chaser for Charles. 4 back to Moruya as they sprint for home now. And Hero in front, he's getting the wobbles. 2 away. Aerosmith and then Moruya still 3 back. Integrate is winding up. 200 metres to go. Hero claimed now by Aerosmith. Moruya. Rebel could be the upsetter down the very outside. In fact, Rebel dashes up to Aerosmith and races away. Rebel in front, and the JRA is going to win at second. Aerosmith. Integrate was third, tiring fourth.
Last about 6 or 7 lengths from the leader, which is Huntingfield. 1,100 metres to go. Huntingfield a length and a half to Kickaha. 1.5 to Chart the Stars third, and Simply Success around it. Another 2 lengths to Dalo Ban. The Decorators on the inside of it, and then Awesome Rule and Richland, who's been covering ground last, only about 6 lengths from the lead. They're about to start their run down the side. 800 metres to travel, and the leader is Huntingfield by a length and a half to Kickaha. Chart the Stars has had a beaut run down on the inside. Out a little bit wider, Simply Success, and Richland's out 4 deep. Kickaha gives ground. Then the Decorator on the inside. Dalaban wide out, and Awesome Rule. About 500 to go. Huntingfield just in front of Chart the Stars. Richland's been wide all the way, but still putting himself into the race. And up there as well, Simply Success as Chart the Stars took the lead. The Decorator held up, and then came Dalaban. Chart the Stars in front, rounding the home turn from Richland. Dalaban 3 up, then Awesome Rule. No run yet, the Decorator. Chart the Stars just led Richland. Dalaban, then Awesome Rule, the Decorator. Chart the Stars in front. Dalaban trying to cut it down. Chart the Stars. Dalaban wider out. Chart the Stars. Dalaban. Chart the Stars just in front of Dalaban. Chart the Stars has wanted to head to Dalaban. The Decorator third. Then Richland and Awesome Rule. Huntingfield, Simply Success, and Kickaha dropped right out. Good effort, number 6. Jason Patton had it in the box seat all the way. Probably got left in front a lot further out than Jason had desired. But he staved off the opposition strongly. It was a good effort. Number 6, Chart the Stars, Jason Patton. From 2, Dalaban, Kieran McAvoy, who just kept coming on the outside and was a big threat but couldn't get there in time. And the Decorator, who got the run by the top of the straight and with a big pull in the weights, found it very difficult to try and reel in the other 2. Not a big margin, but Chart the Stars has got the prize. 6-2-1. Richland fourth, was wide all the way and still a chance on the turn. And fifth in was Awesome Rule, who looked some hope. Just running out of condition, perhaps.
And they're all set to jump. Hickey Park has been well backed. And the gates open as Vegas jumped fairly from the outside, going back with Lourdestina shortly after the start. Wangi and on the fence, Il Montezar away quickly. Mysterio ridden more forward today, and Hickey Park's 4 wide coming across from his outside gate from Smart Attack, Exploding Success. Shazam on the fence, 3 lengths Lourdestina, and as Vegas pop back to the tail of the field. At the 1,600 metres crossing, and Hickey Park working hard to dash to the front down the back. He rolled clear by 2 lengths on Wangi, 2 lengths Il Montezar, 3/4 away Mysterio. Exploding Success centre of the field, but he's 3 wide from Smart Attack around Shazam. 2.5 Lourdestina and 2 lengths to As Vegas. It was a genuine tempo up past the 1,200 metres mark, and Exploding Success wide out. He's dashed up. He's had to go right on with the job, Beasley, but he's working hard. Hickey Park's not going to let him cross at the moment, and 3/4 away Wangi. 2 lengths Il Montezar, 1 back Mysterio. They're getting good runs. 2 lengths Shazam, 3/4 Smart Attack, 3 lengths Lourdestina, and 2 lengths at the tail is As Vegas. 900 to go. Hickey Park again went up on the inside of Exploding Success, so the 2 leaders have been cutting at one another. 2 lengths to Wangi, 3/4 Il Montezar, and Mysterio just coming away from the rail. Lynn Beasley not wanting to be snookered on the inside. 1 away Shazam, Smart Attack. 2 lengths Lourdestina, 7 or 8 off the leaders, and 3 deep going forward now. And As Vegas ridden for luck at the tail of the field. 600 metres to go. Hickey Park in front, but he's on a loose bridle, leading by 3/4 Exploding Success, with Wangi coming 3 wide. 1 away Il Montezar, Lourdestina coming around Mysterio. They're out 4 and 5 deep with their runs. Smart Attack got shuffled back, going to the inside. Shazam running on, and then came As Vegas in the stretch at the 350. And on the outside, Wangi had raced to the front. Wangi's the leader.